Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's Saturday morning. Hopefully everyone's got their coffee. What's going on? Welcome to Arcane Focus, D&D. I'm Mike, your DM. Join with me are my amazing players this early morning. Go ahead and give us a yawn, Amber.
I didn't yawn.
Go ahead and give us a yawn, Steve.
No.
I could be watching Saturday morning cartoons right now.
Go ahead and give us a yawn, Temple.
I hate you.
Yeah. Nini, what's going on? How's it going? First time chatter. Hey, welcome to chat. Yes, we are watching chat as well, so we'll try to address you guys as much as possible. Also, our team here, our little party, has a magical item called the Chatterbox. So if you type, I believe anytime the team wants to look at the Chatterbox, they'll look at the chat. So do not forget, you still have that magical item.
Well, you normally tell us it's glowing at an inopportune time.
That's true. That does happen.
Always an
lot.
opportune time.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what else I have for you guys. A few announcements. Let's go through the announcement boards. Thank you so much to our social media manager for providing me that.
Cue cards? Yes.
Yeah, my cue cards. First of all, we will not be live next week, next Saturday, but we will be returning on the 4th of June. So expect that for episode 36. Oh, sorry, 63.
You're dyslexic.
Also,
so it begins.
Yeah. Also in June, so a lot of things are happening in June. We're also going to have our one-shot Ripples and Waves starting on June 25th. So go ahead and keep an eye out for that. It is going to be Amber's third one-shot that she's run so far. It's going to be, can we say at least the theme?
Third and last for the year.
Third and last for the year. Can we say the theme?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be mermaid themed. So we're all going to be mermaids, and Amber's going to put us through some underwater adventures.
Not all of you are mermaids, but I don't want to spoil anything.
Are we gonna live under the sea?
Under the sea?
Under the sea.
Okay. I'm glad we all understood the assignment.
I was going to say, some of you are things, not necessarily mermaids. So.
That's true.
But are mermaids things?
Yeah,
No.
what the hell?
Could I be a crab named Sebastian?
No, sir. We will not be here that day for specific reasons. We will be there in spirit.
We do have the lineup who are going to be the players. First of all, Amber will be DMing that one shot. I will be a player. We have Titan Fish Killer coming back as another guest player. We have Crash Pixie who will be joining us as well. And we just had her, Pyrea, who's going to be joining us again for this one shot. And honestly, we really loved her when in the Wizard's Quarrel. It was really, really fun. And so just really excited to have her back so soon. Too.
Sweet.
Some amazing people. So with that, all of that out of the way, are you guys ready for maybe a quick recap of what happened last time?
See.
Perfect. The three Griffins continued their stealth mission to free as many Eladrin tribe members from the mentally enhanced Forminian Igor the Hungry. Still surrounded by the wild colors and strange lands of the Feywild, the party worked almost seamlessly as everyone had a task to play. Rolly, using his strength, he removed the leech tracker upon these Eladrins and removed them from the psychic bond that they had with Igor the Hungry. Vera bonded people telepathically and coordinated within the party. And Savannah used her stealth and illusionary magic to lure druids and rangers to the team's barbarian, Rolly, and all the while Davis, Vera's uncle, kept Pass Without Trace up, keeping everyone's stealth checks above. However, as Igor's ranks started to dwindle, the knowledge of something came afoot. Something of afoot became more apparent. It wasn't until too long that he spotted the crew and ordered his giant kin to attack. With a solid focus on Igor and some solid hits from actually both sides, eventually the Forminian king was brought down to his knees. And as the dust settled, the Eladrin tribe and the three Griffins were victorious, though one Eladrin druid perished during the fight. A mixture of mourning and exuberance as the party saw the tribes almost look ahead for a brighter future. And they all decided to sleep for a much-needed long rest. And we'd rejoin the party now, about an hour away until they can teleport back home to the material plane. However, during this period, Rolly using the sending stone that he has, sent a message back to Gina Lee, their Air Genasi magic shop owner, as well as girlfriend to Rolly.
Waifu for lifeu.
And they learned about... What are you doing over there?
Dice.
They learned of a striking development. The king of the Celadon Kingdom, King Caspin, has been killed.
Technically, we don't know that. Only Rolly knows that.
Only really knows that.
We rejoin right now as you guys have about 45 minutes until you can slide. Here you look at the quartz gift, the magical leaf that you use to teleport here to negate a lot of the temporal effects given off by the Feywild. So you have about 45 minutes. But Rolly, you just sort of are holding your sending stone. You currently yelled out, "What?" Audible enough where everyone sort of looks at you.
I'm rolling for Moscow's thing.
Okay.
It'd just be like, what's his deal?
It's never good when he yells "what" that loudly.
Buddy, what's wrong?
Am I still talking to Gina Lee?
You can. I mean, it's a sending stone. You can still send messages to her.
Because, you know, she just dropped that on me like... I'm sorry, what?
Oh, do you ask her for more? Like,
I assume the conversation was still going.
I just kind of go to Vera. I'm like, he's talking to Gina Lee, right? Do you think she dumped him?
I don't honestly know how Rolly would take that, so I don't think it's a what. She has a lot of patience.
She's not pregnant, is she?
I think that would have been more of a feint.
Rolly, you hear from the very Valley Girl voice of Gina Lee as she goes, so I don't really know the specifics to per se or something, but it's kind of not public knowledge. And I honestly just heard about it last night because I've got some military contacts.
Do we know what happened?
All I know from the people I've talked to, it's it happened at night. Last night.
Oh, Lord, it's got a name. Oh no. Oh, okay. Okay. Not okay. All right, listen. We're gonna wrap things up and we're gonna head right over.
Okay. Be safe.
You be safe. I'm coming for you. Don't you dare let anything happen to you.
I'm totally putting a pause on military projects for the moment, and they won't really give me anything right now. Anyways, their attention is kind of divided.
Okay. While I have you on the line, you got something for me? Can I put in some work?
You looking for enhancement or something? If you give me an item, maybe.
We'll talk.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, it's been a while since I've seen you, so yeah, we're gonna do it in person.
You get a sense that there is a tone of kind of yeah, I miss you too, but her mind is currently scattered with sort of this large revelation, which understandably is kind of taking a big chunk of her mental state.
I hope that I can, reflect that same tone, because you just dropped this bombshell on me.
Yeah.
It's what do I say? What? I'm sorry? All right. Okay, cool. So I will, let's finish. I'll wrap up the conversation. And I'll just kind of be dumbfounded for a moment. Where did we go wrong? What could we have done different? how did it end up this way? And
I
she,
mean-
of course, didn't really give me too much, so I don't know exactly where we could have improved. But it's like, he's dead now.
Have we rested?
You've taken a long rest, yes.
Okay. So we don't have Hero's Feast anymore, then.
No, that should be gone by now.
All right.
Let me see what else.
It hits my mind like I should tell the party about this.
Yeah. You see, Rolly, Vera, Savannah, and Davis currently looking back at you. Vera and Savannah are currently talking in a hushed tone. Bit of a smirk here and there, but unaware of sort of the severity of what you've just learned. As Davis is currently saying goodbye to the last of the Eladrins, just ensuring that their travels are safe. As the band of traveling Eladrins, this big giant family, begins to split a little bit as people start to go their own ways and continue off their millennian, I can't think of the word, essentially their long time path of splitting and traveling.
I'll wait until they leave. Give them a proper send off. Not really worrying them. Wait for a moment, and once they leave and they're out of earshot and eyesight, I guess.
Yeah.
So team meeting.
Uh-huh. I mean, that includes Davis. He's going back with us.
If you
Oh.
don't,
Meeting.
if you don't want
That's
me
a
to be
new
part,
one.
if you don't want me to be part of this, it's fine.
You're going into the
You're
place
coming
that
in
you're running away from the queen in the first place. So I think you should know information.
Yes, you should.
Okay.
All right. So there's no easy way to say this. King Caspian is dead.
Wait, what?
Who's seen Caspian?
The current
King-
king.
Caspian is dead.
You gotta remember, he doesn't know who that is.
No, I'm talking to you because you said what did you said that thing like I don't understand. What? Sorry, Davis. Some of us are a little bit slow on the uptake. You know what I'm saying?
Rolly, if you do not move, I will scratch your face.
Why though? Don't shoot the messenger. What'd I do?
How long has he been gone for?
Well, I don't quite know the time frame. Correct me if I'm wrong, DM. I don't quite know the time frame.
She said last night.
She said last night.
Essentially. So it's a few hours.
So a few hours. It's something that has become known as the Glass Knight. I said that right?
Oh no, she said it was last night.
Oh,
Last night, and that it wasn't public knowledge yet.
It's too early in the morning.
Yeah.
it's too early in the morning.
It's too early in the morning. But no, essentially she told you it was last night. So a few hours have gone by already.
Yeah.
That means our problem probably is connected to it. Ah, damn.
I mean, there's no direct connection, but I can only assume.
I'm a betting woman, and I'll take that bet.
Wait, didn't the last? Well, actually, no. The last time you placed the bet, you actually won.
I think Vera's
Fair enough.
putting like literal connections in her head as she's just like staring at Rolly. We did technically warn him when we left. Uthiel warned him. But it
Did
doesn't necessarily
Uthiel?
have to be her. She has enough agents of fucking chaos to do it for her.
Maybe he didn't get there in time. Did he?
That was a while ago.
That was before we left to go to the island. So that was what, a week or two ago?
She's
How
just.
long have we been here?
Let me.
We only been here less than 3 days. I kind of look at Vera to confirm that.
Yeah, it slows the time down, so we haven't had the crazy time difference. Let me send him a message real quick, and she's just twiddling like the ring that Gina Lee gave her because she can still feel the pulse, so
Yeah.
she knows it's
You-
okay, but she's just like nervously doing it now.
You turn the ring a little bit, and it doesn't really deactivate. It's always activated.
Yeah.
And you still feel that very familiar, doof, 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 sort of the familiar bumps of a heartbeat coming through your ring.
She's gonna send a message because if he doesn't know, we're fine.
Okay. So you're sending a message to Uthiel.
Yeah.
Roll me a d20.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We're in a different fucking realm. You know what? I'll roll the big fat new one. 18.
18. You're fun.
25 words. Using the leaf to get home. Apparently the king is dead? What's going on there? We're okay. We're bringing back my uncle, or at least trying to.
You got about 4 more words.
Leave it like that.
Okay. You get a response back, and you can hear by the tone of his voice, Uthiel sounds like he hasn't slept in a while. There very much is like almost like him clearing his throat, like he's been yelling a lot. And you hear him go, "You're safe. That's good. How'd you hear? It just happened. Yeah. I'm currently tasked to oversee the investigation."
Oh, great.
Did you ask him a question? Just double checking.
I think I didn't say how, like who, because I don't.
It just
think
sounds
they
like
know.
you said, I'm aware of this. And
Yeah.
I'm headed home. He'll essentially end his message by going, "Be safe. Get home soon."
All I added was I was gonna try and bring my uncle back with me.
That's not on his mind right now. Yeah.
So apparently, she turns around to the group. He's heading the investigation for that loveliness. So I'm assuming he's at the kingdom right now, where I really wish he wasn't, but
He's a man of his duty, unfortunately. So
Oh.
what's...
all I can think is we didn't clean everybody out of that military.
Why do I feel like this is much bigger than that, though?
No, I feel like it very much is. But if it's hush hush and already people know about it, kind of, it had to be either somebody very powerful or somebody very close to him that he would have probably not thought twice. You don't get that close to the king. Lily didn't even get that close to him.
Yeah, but we're also dealing with something much more powerful, so would it matter?
I mean, the castle has protections and stuff in place. You don't just bamf in and be like, "Here I am."
That's
Oh.
true.
So it's not even just him, and I'm sure he has stuff on him to help protect him at all times. I just don't like it. I'm sure she wasn't the only one. Well, let's see
Well-
where we end up, I guess.
In any case, we gotta go.
Yeah.
So does that thing take us back to where we came from, or it just sends us somewhere random?
I think it just sends us somewhere random, just like it sent us somewhere random in the Feywild.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. All right.
Just, we didn't eat breakfast. Be glad.
As the little ping on your belt activates Vera, you can pick up the quartz gift and see that the numbers have reduced to 0 and are currently basically beeping,
Yeah,
waiting for you to activate the spell.
she's gonna activate it.
You see
I hang on to Davis.
a tree of light start to grow in the middle of the forest, and the middle of the trunk start to crack open. You hear snapping of wood, and a swirling vortex of color invites you.
Now or never. And she's just gonna point to her uncle. You hang on to me, cause hopefully we take you back this time.
Lead the way.
And she'll go in.
Everyone starts to step in. Davis follows as you guys step in. You start to feel that same sort of strange pool. This time you can actually see almost a translucent tunnel that you're currently being wafted through, and you could see events, what could be and what should be and what might be, starting to play out as forest starts to rise, fire occurs, things fall, and almost like time is escaping you. As finally you land outwards, you feel that coloration that's been hitting your eyes almost like blur a bit of your vision. You feel like you are standing and touching solid floor as you've been ejected out of the portal. I would like everyone just to roll me a d20.
Yikes. Oh, 15.
Oh, 20. That's a way to start.
17.
17. What'd you get, Vera?
15.
15. 17, 20. Everyone actually lands on their either hands and knees. Excuse me, we just ate breakfast. Either that or
And hiccups.
or on your feet, but Davis is not behind you.
I think she tries to send a message real quick.
Okay, what do you say?
It didn't work, did it?
Is that all you send?
Either it didn't work, did it? Or where the hell are you?
You can say both.
Yeah, she'll put both in there.
You hear him go, "Oh, the beach! Oh my god. It did work. Where are you guys?"
Where are we? I'm looking around.
You currently, as the light starts to default from your vision, you're starting to correct yourself. You see that you're currently standing in a very lush green jungle, bright greens, and if you didn't know that you're standing in the material plane because you know the spell is activated and worked, you'd swear you're still in the Feywild of how lush the coloration around you. You can hear the sound of birds and wildlife around. You don't know exactly where you are on the material plane. There are no like familiar landmarks right now. You're surrounded by an echo of wildlife, and you're standing in the middle of a jungle.
Is it warm or cold? Or is it warm or is it like mild?
It's like warm.
Swampy.
Well, that makes me think we're in the
Swampy.
kingdom and not the domain, so...
She's gonna send him another message.
Hmm.
Go to Marigar, find a map. Go to the Season's Bounty. Don't tell people how you're related to me at all. That's where you'll find my dad. Be safe.
He kind of responds quickly. I know where I am. I'm in Waynar. I know how to get to Marigar from here. Yeah, of course.
Where the hell's Waynar?
That's the place he told you where Taco Bell's from.
Ah, shit. He's in the place where the tacos are.
Could you tell him to pick us something up on the way?
By chance, was that the last place he was on the material plane?
Maybe.
You don't know.
Yeah, we didn't ask. It was also like several hundred years ago, so.
Because now I have a feeling I'm like, are we back in Edinburgh? Not
We're
Edinburgh.
somewhere. We're somewhere.
We're in a jungle. That's what's throwing me off.
Well, it's just the regular things that'll kill you, and the queen apparently. But let's get going.
Where do you
Where?
go? You're currently in the middle of a jungle.
Wait, Rolly, you like tracks? Find us tracks? Something?
All right, I'll find this tracks, but watch out for that tree.
What tree?
I got the reference.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'd like to look around for any tracks or
Yeah.
anything I could like follow.
Roll
See
me a
what's going-
survival check.
Oh, good. That's gonna be great. That is a 23.
23. You start to it's not like right away. You are in the middle of a jungle where there doesn't seem to be a lot of like civilization type of tracks, anything that would indicate other than wildlife. You do start to find like small scratches and the signs of like a beast rubbing its person or its being against a tree to scratch itself. You know, random wildlife tracks and symbols. and signs. And it doesn't take too long, about 15-minute wait until, and sort of looking around, just sort of roaming around in random directions. Do you find an interesting print? Looks like several bipedal claw prints. It looked like three-toed with a claw in the back.
Oh my god, did you just take us to the Lost World? Is this Jurassic Park?
Sav, do you think you could climb the tree and just like lightly pop your head out?
That's what I was thinking. I'm gonna climb the nearest tree, even though Rolly said, "Do watch out for the tree."
She
Yeah, maybe
says
don't
as
touch
she
a lot
does
of
not-
plants on the way up. They might be poisonous.
Watch out for that tree, he said. I don't get the reference,
I
she
don't.
responded as she
Even when you
climbs up
said it
said
like
tree.
that, when you just said it right now, I got a totally different reference. I don't know if it's the right reference.
George
Oh.
of the Jungle.
Okay, so that was the reference.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm still climbing the damn tree.
Easily enough done. You have a climbing speed, a natural climbing speed, so I'm not going to make you do a roll, but make me a perception check with advantage.
That is going to be 22.
22. You look out as you start to jump from branch to branch, getting higher and higher and higher. You do run across what looks to be like a small nest that you have to take a sort of scenic route around as you start to see not a bird, but what you see like a feathered reptile that's currently like rolling around this nest, and it sort of looks at you and goes. You're like, continue climbing. You get to the very top, looking around, and you just see a vast valley of just treetop and canopy. And two things catch your eye. Miles away towards the south, you see, by the way, what's going on, Shady? Thank you so much for the Prime sub.
JD!
Oliver, what's going on? You see what looks to be the very tip of a stone temple, just very far away. Some smoke escaping from a bit of the treetops towards that area, and then a secondary campfire, almost completely opposite to the north, just further, like just a little closer than the stone temple, but definitely indicators of life.
So north was life, or north of the temple is like looks like indications of life, but I do see the temple.
Yeah, so there are two areas that you see that are sort of an indicator of life. You see southward, which is the temple, and northwards, which looks like to be an independent camp.
I'll climb back down to tell them what I saw. So I'm like, so that direction's a temple, and that direction looks like a camp. I have a feeling we're back where we started, guys.
Oh, back on what's her face's island? Maybe.
Everyone roll a perception check.
Jeez, that thing's so heavy. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
19.
19.
A natural 20.
A natural 20. All three of you guys, as you're having this discussion, kind of getting the instructions given to you by Savannah, at least sort of an idea of where you might be, you all start to feel a bit of a rumble underneath your feet, like a soft earthquake, and then it starts to get a bit heavier.
Well, we know we're not in the Feywild, because I swear to God, I don't think I can handle another jump. Is it coming from a direction?
It's hard to tell in its current state.
We just felt like a soft rumble, or a rumble.
Yeah, you...
Maybe we should hide.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm okay with that.
By the way, guys, I found something really, really odd. Something
What?
I've never seen before.
What's that?
I was looking around for tracks and stuff and hoping to pick up something, I guess, civilized? All the trees, all the scuff marks, scratches, all these signs of creatures. And then I stumbled upon these tracks and I take them over to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at this.
It's not too long. You do see, so everyone starts to, are being brought over to where Rolly sees the tracks. It is a large, very large and deep in-depth footprint 3 toes, 1 claw in the back. And because of the high perception that you guys originally had, you can look over a little bit. So I gotta remind you all, this is dense forest, so it almost feels like you have to like push away brush and grass all the time, and bushes. And because of your high perceptions, you look over a little bit to the left and you see what looks to be a clay, like made out of dirt, like a bowl, like a big giant indentation in the ground. And as you start to look over towards it, you see about 3 giant eggs.
Oh shit, we need to get away from here. Mama's coming back.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna put the beggar's cloak on so I'm not as shiny and covers herself up. Okay, we gotta go.
So I'll be honest, I don't know what we're dealing with here. Does anyone have an idea what this is?
No, but remember the last time we found babies? Let's not do that again.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, you mean the owlbears?
I meant the owlbears, the griffins. Let's go.
Put it this way, Rolly. Anything that lays an egg that big is gonna eat you. So let's go.
Hey, thought?
If you say we're gonna take the egg so you can eat it, I'm gonna yell at you.
No. But I wonder what the mother would taste like.
Let's go. And this time she kicks you in the butt with her metal boot.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Why? I haven't had breakfast yet.
Yeah, well, you're gonna be its breakfast for its babies, not the other way around. Let's go.
Fine.
Which way are you headed?
Camp or temple? What do we feel better about?
Camp? I don't know. I would say temple, but we don't have a good repertoire with temples.
I mean, if it's Belladonna, I think we have a better chance, but at the same time, I'm not 100% on that thought, so do you want to try with just the camp?
Yeah, I feel like we could probably take on people if necessary. We also just left a temple from when who bamped out and tried to get us.
That is very true. Alright, camp it is.
All right. Everyone roll me a stealth check.
Oh, boy. At least I don't have disadvantage anyway.
18.
Can I get
18.
myself guided?
You may.
Oh, hi, damn it. Ugh, natural 20.
Hey!
So far, I like this dice.
It's
Plus
ironic.
1.
I have those shoes that like mask my walking,
Mm-hmm.
but I rolled an 8.
An 8. Rolly, you're too big, and you're currently snapping trees. Not trees, but like branches and brushes as you go on. I'll say that the thunderous footsteps seem to be getting closer, but not at an accelerated rate. And as you continue going on, we're going to say that this stealth check holds maybe for like the first hour of travel, as you guys are currently trying to move about this forest, heading northwards, avoiding as much as you can. Rolly, you occasionally sort of like step in something, you're like, ah, fuck, shit, and so you kind of like let out a bit of an audible sound, and you all can see through, I'll say through one of the crisscross of trees and branches, you see a gigantic reptilian form, easily a huge creature that reaches about 20 feet high or even higher, a singular large chest body with giant legs. It's almost like a hook, like a humped head that reaches downward to what looks to be a giant snout that goes out for about, I want to say about 10 feet. Almost like if a crocodile was built upon a giant. As it has a large serrated tail that currently, its tail, you can see it kicks apart some of the brushes, flies into the air, and its wild yellow eyes just like almost like a crocodile where it slits like sideways, like looks around. You get a feeling that it hasn't noticed you all, but through the noise of Rolly, it's definitely like something is in my territory.
I cast silence on us.
Okay, I'm actually gonna say this as well, not knowing that she's gonna do that, and I'm gonna say, "What the Silence.
I cast silence before he goes off and does that shit.
Perfect.
I love that cutoff. It's just like.
So when she does the magic, she's just gonna wave to her hand and she's gonna go.
So the silence does not travel with you.
No, I know. It's just in the area we're in.
Do you wait?
Yeah, I wait a little bit.
Okay. A few moments go by as this giant reptilian creature sort of looks around. You see it opens its mouth and it lets out you see like a puff of cold air release from its jowls as and you see this sort of white silky cloud as it releases and it scrapes across some of the trees and you see immediate growing of icicles as it closes its mouth and starts to walk in the opposite direction.
I give that about like 10 minutes before I dismiss this bullshit because he's still probably out.
Isn't the spell like only 10 minutes?
Oh yeah, well then I'll let the spell run its course. And then...
5 minutes, the spell drops.
Okay.
Sorry. You're loud, and I didn't want to fuck around find out moment.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
What was that?
I don't know, but that thing reminded me of a fucked up dragon or something. It's got an ice breath?
Dragons have wings. What was that?
I don't know. Something that
That
could
ain't
eat you.
no dragon I've ever seen before.
Only thing I could, DM could do a nature check, or I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a nature check.
I'm like, I don't know what the right answer would be. Nature check, animal handling. Ooh. So, unnatural 20.
You through the you don't know exactly what type of like what this creature is. I don't think Savannah's ever seen it before, but I think the inclination that it is some sort of prehistoric creature does ring a bell.
So, prehistoric creature.
Some
I just
old
say that out
beast.
loud.
Some old beast.
Well, I mean, there's basilisks and stuff, so like really big ass reptiles, but I've never seen something do that.
That's a big ass snake. I don't know what that is.
I don't want to find out.
I mean, come on, you two are like the learned folk.
Not really. I'm clever, not smart. Let's get this right.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me restate that. Let me remake that statement. Vera, you're the learned folk.
I
You're
just
the
don't
book
want to
person.
get eaten.
What is that?
Something with a lot of teeth that will kill you in minutes, if not seconds.
Apparently breathes icicles. Okay.
That is nothing I've ever seen or heard.
I say
Anywhere.
that instead of staying here and see if it comes back, why don't we get moving?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Rolling perception check.
Ooh, that's only at 12.
I was in that one.
Perception, that would be a 13.
We all rolled low. We all rolled super high on our stuff.
You guys are I'm gonna give you real life seconds to decide on what to do, and I'll let you know when you have those seconds.
Okay. Yike.
What happens is, and by the way, Savannah got a natural 1, so someone's going to have to deal with that too.
Me.
She's not going to be aware. You continue on with your travels going northwards. Savannah, you get a sense that you probably are maybe an hour or so away from, judging by the speed you're going at, to get to the camp. Rolly and Vera, you hear several sounds of footsteps quickly. The snapping of branches and leaves being passed by. Something is heading in your direction at an alarming speed. You don't know where exactly, but you have a chance in this moment. I'm going to start counting down from 5 to do something.
Get up the tree. Get up the tree.
Hide.
Hide and get up the fucking tree.
Hide.
Start trying the tree.
Yeah.
And Vera, you under the tree too?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone will make me a stealth check.
Okay. I get myself good.
Yes.
Okay, that's better. 18.
Oh, I rolled a natural 20 again. Rolled
an
into the
18.
dice.
Thank Lord.
Hold on.
Thank the Lord.
I'm still worried what that nat one's about to do. So.
23 in total.
No, essentially, you had to wait. Someone had to tell you, Savannah, to go up the tree, but Vera did.
Yeah, I was like, go up the tree, go up the tree.
You all land upwards, get some distance, and you start to look down, and you see several small-looking reptilian creatures. Still this sort of this prehistoric look. Essentially, I'll give you guys sort of the details. They are raptors.
Yep, we don't like
You hear them essentially, and you could hear them like growling, sniffing the air, barking to one another. However, they are a bit larger than what you would see in the movies, as you see a couple of humanoids riding them. More specifically, you see what looks to be a very clean-shaven hair that's been parted and sort of wafted backwards, black hair with red horns and red skin, wearing very like tiny-looking spectacle glasses and sort of wearing a nice, almost like a bit of like if Indiana Jones decided to get rid of the jacket, you know, it's sort of like an adventurer's gear shirt. That's
So Brandon Fraser, the mummy.
yes, nice, yes. You see this tiefling sort of ride one, grabbing he has like a saddle and a harness, along with like reins to pull it by. You see a large human, brown hair, sort of like a gruffy looking beard that's not really, like, it's like patchy a little bit, wild hair. He has wraps on his hands, who's currently reining in one, and you see a woman with white shock of white hair, with purple skin, elven features, wearing what looks to be like a black cloak, as all three of them they start to slow down as the one with the human goes and kicks up, and the human lands straight in his back. Oh, fuck! Penelope! God damn! The tiefling kind of like reins his in. He's like, yeah, I don't know why she's doing that to you. It seems like it's a you problem. Let's be very honest. Have you been training her well? You've been feeding her, giving her walks? I don't know. Boss, help me up. I don't know. Have you done today's chores? Yes. All right, come on. Kind of picks him up a little bit. You know, you really spoiled that one. That's why she's so temperamental. Come on. I don't know what I'm doing. Cree, go look around. The woman doesn't say anything, just... How long have we been out here? I think like... 7 hours? Fuck. Boss, I think that guy got away. Cree, did you find anything? She just sort of, you just see off to the distance, she just shakes her head. I want a drink. Do you want a drink? Yeah. No, I could drink. Perfect. They help him back up onto sort of his raptor. The free one, Penelope, the one they named, they start to pull at it, and it... Come on! Let's go! I'll feed you! Or something. What do you want? And as it looks up in your direction.
Oh, shit.
Just
I
hiding.
stay perfectly
Yeah, we stay still.
Also, while I'm staying perfectly still, I'd like to study the writers and see if there's any sort of emblems or insignia or anything that I could use to identify either who they are or where we are.
Roll me an perception check. Perception.
That's a flat 10.
Flat 10. They're dirty. It's fairly clear that they've been out here for a while. The only one who looks a bit more clean is probably the tiefling, the red tiefling. And you don't see any symbols. At least something you can't notice in your current state. And as the Penelope, this raptor starts to walk, gets up towards the base of your tree, and just like opens its mouth, and it starts to like try to climb, but due to its small
no.
like body, it's like it's jumping. It's got like these large, powerful, muscular legs as it starts to jump, claw, and it's not too long until like the other three sort of stop by, look at you, all three of you. They do catch vision. They go, "Are you all right up there?"
Well,
I'm standing perfectly still.
See,
I mean,
there was
we're
like a
peachy, but that's scary.
Yeah, sorry, but we're still training her.
yeah, we seen like a thing 10 times her size come out the woods, so we're not too fond of coming down right now.
Oh yeah, you don't want to fuck with that one. Go on. What was gonna be your question?
No, never mind.
Then I have a question. Where are we?
Oh, you lost?
Kind
kind
of.
of.
Yeah. Directionally challenged is a good word for it.
Well, I'm certain you know where, not exactly, but what you're on now, right? I mean, you had to take a ship to get here.
Let's just
Oh,
say there
so we're
was
an
a
island.
experiment involved, and we're not exactly sure where we are.
Yeah.
You're on the Zuri Island.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
God, how did we get here?
You know how we got here.
We know how we got here.
Yes, but they don't know that. Shut up.
Bad teleportation. That's how we got here. It's not necessarily a why.
Technically, it wasn't bad. It was more random
So,
teleportation.
You see them, they start to grab the reins off the one that's sort of trying to get at you, and they're like, all right, hold on. Creed, get me the snout. I knew let's get the muzzle on this one. Penelope, you need like 7 more days or something, and so you see him go.
Our rations has dried meat on it, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a piece out and climb down. It's like, here, creature.
Oh no,
creature.
you don't want to do that.
Oh,
No.
I think
you
she's
don't
gonna
wanna do
take
that.
your hand off. More like maybe throw it on the side.
She's currently like,
But,
struggling, like the actual raptor is like.
Savannah.
But no, I'll mage
Savannah?
hand. It's like, here you go.
Oh no. They like, even as you start to see the mage hand get close to it, her eyes have not left all 3 of you.
Savannah,
okay, never mind.
just
All right,
stop.
I'll drop it and bring it back.
I honestly, I understand what your mind's going through. Not bad. No, they're more of hunters.
Uh-oh.
They want to hunt.
All right, in that case, I'm climbing right back up the
That's-
tree.
And I'm gonna say, yeah, and they feel like hunting cat right now.
They're just they're a little bit aggressive to new faces, and as they start to say that, you see that the this essentially the drow woman grabs this sort of leather, like a metallic muzzle, wraps it around her head, and essentially her jaw is currently like solid shut, so that way she can't go and bite. All right, well, here, go ahead and take that one.
Do you want me to calm her down?
No, don't worry, we've got her. She needs to learn too. You want to come down?
As long as you promise not to eat us.
Oh, yeah. Do you want like a rope?
I just climb
Rolly,
down.
you can jump.
Yeah.
You may just have to
No,
tell her to
I
give
I
birth.
meant help us in our, grand predicament, not our current one.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, like getting off of the
honestly, you
island.
weren't very specific. I'm sorry. What was that?
We'll talk about it once we get down.
Okay.
You
let's
may want to
jump down.
back up. He's not tiny.
I already jumped.
Yeah. You guys all land downwards. You are meted towards this sort of red tiefling that's sort of taking charge. Currently, the human, this large human, is currently grabbing the reins of the raptor and just sort of keeping it calm. He starts to pet the side of it. He's like, calm down, calm down. He's like, sorry, that was very weird. Hi, Harrowhand. Pleased to meet you.
Say that.
Harrowhand.
Harrowhand.
Roly, nice to meet you.
Long way to get
Savannah.
lost. Savannah, nice to meet you. Vera, pleasure. I got yourself pretty lost if you didn't know where you were.
Bad teleportation. Well, random. It wasn't
teleportation.
bad. It was more of like random. See, fuck around, find out. Well, we found out.
Oh yeah, that's why we don't mess with that fucking arcane shit.
You guys don't do any magic on here?
I don't study it. I mean, Creed knows a few spells, don't you, Creed? Creed just sort of gives a wave. You see like this stern-looking woman, black leather, the white hair, purple eyes, and purple skin. She just sort of looks at you, holding onto the own reins of her own raptor, and she just goes, "Don't worry about Creed. She's not a talkative person."
Have I seen like her race of people before, or is she like
Yes.
completely new to me?
She looks very familiar to the same woman that married Vera and Uthiel. Like sort of the same features.
Oh.
Any-
I'm gonna get her to talk.
anyways, you are kind of in the smack dab of sort of the hunting grounds right now.
Figures.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
We get hunting grounds and Davis gets tacos. This isn't fair.
I know, right? Do you know where a port is, or somehow we can get off this island?
Oh yeah, we can head further north, over the hill, over that sort of the section. It takes a few days to get there, but there's a port. It'll lead you straight to Mostead.
That works.
That's perfect.
Hey, perfect. Come on,
Question.
follow me.
What the hell was that big thing? Because we've seen a dragon. We've never seen that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not scientists. We don't have like a specific name for it. We have been calling it certain things. You see that the big guy, sort of like the brown hair, goes, "Yeah, I like to call it the Bone Devil. I keep telling you, Henry, that's an actual thing. All right? A Bone Devil is a thing. You can't call it that. That's like calling a cat a dog. It doesn't make sense."
What was his name? The human?
Oh, that's Henry.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Harrowhand, Henry. The quiet one is Creed.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought bone devils were actual things.
No, they are. Don't worry about him. He's just... sorry. You
I
guys
mean,
looking-
that thing breathed like frost out of its mouth. Maybe you should name it something with frost.
Tell you what, if you have a good name for it, we'll adopt it.
Outside of ice lizard? No.
I kind of like ice lizard. No, of course you would. Come on. You guys hungry? Need some water? Food?
I mean, we have rations, but you just told us not to pull that out.
Well, no, don't feed it to her. They're not going to take it.
Alright. Yeah, I feel like they're gonna take my hand.
Yeah, they're going to see that as a sign of weakness.
Oh. I just kind of look at it.
It's kind of like it can't really open up its mouth. Woo.
It depends. How far is you guys' camp, I guess?
About like a 45-minute walk or so. Don't worry, we know these areas very well. We hunt here a ton. So stick with us, you'll be fine.
And not to
in
be
the-
nosy,
in the
but
midst
what were
of-
you
oh.
chasing?
Hold on, stop talking at once.
Sorry.
Rolly.
In the midst of this conversation, I'm gonna approach one of the reptiles.
Okay.
Raptors. Slowly.
You can either approach either Harrowhands or Creed's, as currently Henry's is currently the one that's wrapped up.
I'm gonna approach Creed's.
Okay. You approach Creed. It looks like it's the most trained beast you've ever seen. It it keeps an eye on you, and it gets pulled a little bit by the leash on its sort of its body by Creed as it currently looks at you, sort of brings its attention back forward and continues to walk.
I'm gonna mess with my finally a use for this, my animal handling prowess.
All right.
Just gonna like touch it, pet it, and just kind of get a feel for it.
Roll me an animal handling check.
Hey DM, can I do an insight or history check of why do I know the Zuri Islands? Like, this has come up before, I just can't remember why.
Amber can tell you.
Can I roll for-
You can, if you want, if Vera says she knows, you can have that conversation with Vera. Like, why do we?
I'm just gonna keep mumbling like Zuri Islands.
At least
why do
I
know-
thought I remembered why. Isn't that where Mosada went?
Is it?
I'd have to go way back.
I think the last you've heard that he did go to the Zuri Islands. That was months ago.
Yeah, long time.
Rolly, would you roll?
I rolled a 16.
16. You hesitantly start to bring your hand up, this sort of large form of your own, and you start to rub it down the back, sort of like almost like a large cat from like the shoulder down, as it gets pulled a little bit and calms its growls, and it doesn't attack you. It just sort of
Tolerate him.
it tolerates you.
It's a lizard. Interesting. And then I kind of like the last thing I want to do is I want to look at its like claws and stuff.
Yeah. It looks like a tinier version of the imprint that you saw further deeper into the forest or in the jungle. But it is three-toed with a claw on the back, and the claw on the back is large. Like you see as it lifts up its leg, it actually curls back downwards. So you get a sense that if it were to slash at you, it would hook into your back or your body, basically essentially leaving you helpless as you can't really get away without having it torn away from your actual skin.
How big is the claw?
I want to say about 4 to 5 inches curled.
Oh, so it's like a dagger.
Yeah,
And then the big one,
probably bigger.
like, can I like estimate approximately based on the size of this one? Can I approximate the size of the other print I saw?
Maybe about
Like in comparison?
probably 5 to 6 times larger.
So like a short sword.
Yeah.
And then Rolly's pondering, he's just thinking like, I got it, guys. So you remember when we went to the library?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I read books.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, books.
That's what you
And
do in the library.
The ones without pictures too.
Yeah, no pictures, because Rolly's a big boy.
I apologize for our friends. He gets excited for a lot of things.
But in those books I read that, you know, there's a word used for lizards that's not just a lizard. It's a SAR. And, you know, I know just from, you know, combat experience that like a layman or like a slang word for like a short sword is Dino. So these guys are lizards, and they have claws as big as short swords. They should be called dinosaur.
Fucking shit.
Dinosaur!
Yeah.
I think Vera's just like expressionless, just giving the face like, this is
I mean,
really
he's-
what it's come to after all
he's
this
right.
time.
I mean,
Did
know?
really just name an entire species of creatures?
You see Harrowhand goes, "Oh shit, is that true? All right, cool."
You know, I'm with Henry on this one. I kind of like ice lizard.
Ice Lizard just sounded more cute, but
Yeah, see, it's not a bad name. Ice
But,
lizard.
but there's already an ice lizard. They're dragons.
is there?
Yeah, dragons.
Fuck dragons. God damn it.
I know.
The dragons, fine. I guess you'll have your
dragons.
dinosaur.
I'm
A
not
frost dinosaur.
I'm not
A
calling him
frost
that.
dinosaur.
That just sounds weird.
Is it Dino for short?
Yeah, all right.
I mean, yeah.
You hear from the front, "Stop fucking with him."
But
Good.
The Harrowhand's like, "Stop fucking with him. I know what you're doing. He's going to believe you."
Oh no, I'm pretty sure Rolly believes himself.
I think Rolly is dead serious.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about Henry.
Oh.
You're fucking with
Oh.
him. Oh, wait.
Wait,
And
what?
There's a moment between he looks at Vera and Savannah, and there's this thing that clicks, and he goes, they're the same.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
now
yeah.
you got it.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Same wavelength, those two.
Carry on.
Probably gonna be best friends by the end of this.
did
What were you
also
chasing?
like owlbear meat?
I
Yeah.
love owlbear meat. I've had plenty.
You know, we had fresh. We could have had fresh owlbear meat instead, but you know, these two.
You haven't had experienced owlbear meat till you've killed it yourself, hunted it, trapped it, skinned it. Fresh.
Thank you!
Out of the barrel. That's great.
Somebody understand. Oh, he just has an epiphany. Like, oh my god! Finally, somebody understands.
Are you a long-time hunter too?
Absolutely.
That's what
Farmer.
previous farmer. Yes.
What we do here is we hunt. We're hunters.
Have you guys farmed? Have you guys eaten fresh produce and hunted and combined them together to make amazing dishes?
We kind of trade for fresh produce.
You should grow your own. This is a perfect environment for that.
Heron just sort of shakes his head.
If you want, I can always cast silence, but it's gonna probably make all of us quiet.
No, because if we're walking, it's not gonna go with us.
Yeah, I'd rather listen to...
Yeah, no, we let them stay back there. Silence. We walk ahead, get a breather, and then when they come out of it.
Being that
That's
there's
pretty good.
wild beasts that getting killed us, as much as he annoy me, I'm not comfortable with that.
You see Harrowhand sort of fixed a little bit of his glasses and sort of looks to you both. You know, it's actually a good thing that I ran across you two. You didn't run into the stone hands. That's a good thing.
That's a stone has.
Stone hands.
Stone hand.
Yeah.
The what?
It's the tribe that lives further south in the island.
Is that where the
Is that-
temple is?
Yes. Yeah. That's
Okay.
what, you got close enough to the temple.
Good choice not to go to the
Well,
temple.
it's more I climbed the tree to see where we were, saw it. We figured a camp would be better.
Oh, smart decision. They're more of attack first, ask questions later. And-
Noted.
Yeah, they've been extra mad lately. Something really pissed them off.
Why so?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't talk to them. We occasionally see them when they comes to trading times, but no, they've been extra agitated. Don't know why. I think maybe because times are hard. I can assume times have been hard everywhere. We lost half our mounts. Sort of points towards the raptors. We lost them over maybe a few weeks ago now. I don't know.
From what?
Something has been snatching them up in the darkness.
Sure wasn't fucking ice lizard over there?
I think
Dinosaur.
I'm not calling it that, really.
we would have felt we know we could feel the ground. You know, we would have heard it coming. You see Henry in the back go, I saw what it was. It was a little demon. Oh, sorry, boss. And sort of looks at the horns.
When you say demon, no offense, what do you mean?
Like a monster, little tiny monster.
I was kind of looking at Vera like,
You see,
Can you describe for me?
well, kind of. You see, Harrowhand sort of looks back. Creed saw it, but she doesn't. Creed, come on.
I mean, if you want, I could
Draw
do
it
something,
out?
and you could tell me in my head if you want.
or that.
She wants that. You're okay, because I talk back to you in your head. Okay. she'll do the telepathic bond with her.
Okay. Your bond connects to her, and you hear coming from sort of this internal monologue of a voice inside of Creed. Say, I didn't say it was a demon. I said it was a little man. Wild hair, messy face,
He have,
large barrel on his back.
he have a bag, like a big bag that he's very fond of.
I don't know. It was kind of dark. Kind of far. I did catch a glimpse of it. He sort of...
For standing, I'm going to say I took the 10 minutes to do this, but...
He, sort of went back into the trees.
And he ate them, or what did he do to them?
I don't know. One moment they were there, saw this new figure, rushed towards to see it, dress the new person, and by the time I got there, one of our mounts were gone. He's been doing this for weeks.
Amber doesn't remember, but I think Vera does. She describes Malsada. She doesn't say the name. She describes what Malsada looks like to her and says, like that? Like,
Short man, messy hair. Could be.
and he had a big barrel on his back.
A barrel? Yeah. Like a water jug.
Yeah. Was he with somebody else? Just himself?
Just himself.
Yeah. 1 minute. she just does this in the air. She sidles up next to Savannah and Rolly. Remember Malsado? It's not a demon. It's a person, she says. And it sounds an awful lot like him. And I don't know.
I have to ask because you said it was telepathic bond. Do you think she can hear that?
Well, I'm saying it verbally. I'm not saying it in my head.
I'm gonna say you can control the magic a little bit.
Yeah.
That'd be funny though.
But why would he take a steed thing?
I don't know how he did it by himself, but apparently he's still got
But
that.
he didn't come by himself. He came with the chick.
Yeah, I know, but now he has the barrel on his back, and she said she just seen him by himself.
Well-
I mean, you know that bag's weird, and he just does
Yeah, that
whatever
wasn't
it
the only
says.
bad thing. A bag. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was going on, why he had to come here. Hold on.
They had to find that other person. They had to find. Amber forgets the order, but it was like stomach, mouth, eyes.
Yeah. Something like that.
So yeah, I think you guys have hit the mark enough. Well, I'll give it to you. Last year, remember, Malsado at the Coliseum in Cleveland City left you guys and was greeted by a woman named Abigail, who was carrying the stomach,
Which was that jug?
which was the water jug, the black water jug. And she said out loud that they had to go to the Zuri Islands to find Daniel Brown, who carried the eyes.
Well, maybe she got eaten.
No, maybe they are still feeding whatever. If he has the jug, i.e. the stomach, they were feeding.
No, I know that, but that was her piece to carry, just like Malsado's bag was his piece to carry. So did he just kill her and was like, I carry both of them now?
Well, the bag hungers.
Yeah, he was pretty persistent on giving him his fingers, though.
It hungers.
So my question is, how do we relay that information to our new friends?
Well, we
Or
don't
do
even
we?
know. I mean, maybe we just agree to find him and leave it at that.
Are you guys staying? You guys all right?
Yeah?
Sort of
Yeah,
like they're ahead of you
fine.
guys right now.
I think it's more of like a talk and walk situation.
Were you able to talk to Creed?
Yeah,
How?
in her head.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Magic.
And it's not a little demon, it's a little man, she said.
Oh, Creed, why did you say so?
She said she told you it was a little... Well, she said she told one of you it was a little man. But somebody misinterpreted man to demon, I guess.
He just Hero Hands sort of eyes shift over to Henry.
Yeah, maybe not relay news to him. No offense, Henry. To him first.
I kind of take offense.
Well, demon to human is a big difference, you know.
I don't know. I just whatever. Starts to continue walking.
I mean, the way she described him, we know of somebody like that. But
They all stop.
he doesn't do that, so that kind of doesn't make sense. Like, he's not,
Take things.
yeah, he's a little weird. It was more of like you met him in passing, but like he wasn't awful, and he wasn't killing creatures and stuff, so I don't really know what that's about.
Wait, you know this person?
I think.
Might. We're not sure, but it sounds like someone we've encountered. But
Again, they're a little odd, but they don't go around killing these things.
Why don't we talk about this when we get to camp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They continue on going forward. And it's not till too long that you do arrive at what looks like to be... So essentially, like, it's like you've been out in the raw jungle for quite a while until finally you reach what looks like to be like a pathway a dirt path that actually looks like it's been carved outwards and sort of reset with new dirt as you start to follow the path with sort of the stone lining. You start to walk several miles until finally you see what looks to be a cliffside, just sort of a lifted up space off a hillside that sort of makes a big U. And Harrowhand sort of stops you and goes, all right, so I need everyone here to just sort of follow my footsteps. We're hunters. We have traps. So, guys, follow my steps. Yeah? And he starts to lead you, sort of going around. Looks to be like hidden pit traps and other things that would, ensnare a beast that happened to wander around their camp. And you are led into what looks like to be a full-on encampment, numerous tents, a sort of fenced-off area where you see numerous other raptors who are currently either caged up, awaiting some sort of training, or free ones that are currently like just sort of grazing a little bit on grass. And then you see like a bone that's currently chewing on. You see several of them playing with one another. All right, put Penelope and the rest away. Put her to the side. We've got to work on that one. We start to lock her up, sort of chain her a bit. These creatures are dangerous, but they're the only ones that actually are smart enough to learn a little bit how to be domesticated, sort of.
I was gonna say, you sleep next to them?
Oh, we have to. They have to get used to our scent.
No offense, but if I take a watch, it's because I don't want to get eaten.
Oh, don't worry.
It sounds like they're trying to do pack tactics.
Oh, yeah, well, I wouldn't blame you. We have some lookouts as well during night. Anyways, welcome to the hunter's encampment. I guess I'm the kind of leader, a little bit. I don't know. I've been doing this for a lot longer than anyone else.
Sounds like it.
Well, I made a good living off of it. Tried it out. Vintier. Decided to go here. Heard there were a lot of wild animals that haven't been tamed yet. Sounded like a challenge.
See, we just heard of the place. Somebody needs to put a disclaimer about freaking those things in that big-ass ice lizard.
Well, you don't really travel to the island. You're on the bigger island right now. The smaller ones are further south. That actually has like a civilization sort of feel to it. Kind of like a vacation spot, a little bit. You just don't want to be in the big island.
Where we are.
Which is where we're at.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, sort of goes to one of the camps. You see like something cooking off to the side. Anyone want, what'd you call it again?
Oh,
Dinosaur. Do anyone want dinosaur meat? Perfect. I'll go ahead and get you. I'll cut you one. Sort of.
Yeah.
Sort of a
I haven't
large
had
slab.
breakfast.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Enjoy. It's tough, a little gamey, but you'll get used to it.
I dive right in.
I guess I'll try some. I mean, you like fried lizard, Sav.
That's true.
Hey,
I'll try it.
same thing. It sort of cuts.
All right.
Gives both of you one. Thank you for the follow. Hey, Flammy. Thank you for the follow. And you guys start to enjoy your time here. There is several hunters here who currently are either sleeping, one of them on watch. You see that on top of the cliff there actually is another encampment, a little tent where someone currently is sort of on a stool, whittling away and just sort of keeping an eye out as everyone else sort of goes about their time. You are led to, there are several like fireplaces here that have been spread out. It's a large space. And Harrowhand sort of leads you to one of the fireplaces, sits down. If you want water, we have a little sort of a well water basin bucket over at the side if you want some of that. So you teleported here?
Not by choice. It was more of like you get out and it's random where you land, and this is where we landed.
That sounds like a horrible way to travel.
It is.
Normally, we don't do that. Just put it that way.
Okay. Well, maybe I request maybe you try not to do that, because I wouldn't want to do that.
Normally,
it
when
wasn't
we
by
do
choice.
it, yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry for all the questions, honestly. You guys teleported here. That's interesting. That's the most interesting thing that's happened in the last few months.
That and apparently I can hear Creed.
Yes! Now I want to... What did it sound like? She hasn't spoken a word since I met her.
She has a nice voice. She kind of sounds like she has an accent.
Is that right, Creed? Creed just...
Wait, if she hasn't spoken a word, then how does she say it was a little, well, not demon, but man?
Oh, Creed, what did you have for breakfast this morning? Creed just sort of rolls her eyes and starts to almost try to mime out something.
Oh.
And you get a sense like, I had pancakes with bacon and some type of thing. And she's like, it's hard sometimes, but we make do. She's an excellent hunter.
I still want to know how the hell you got like man
Demon out of
from
man.
demon. I don't even
Demon.
know.
Or demon.
Could you do it again, Creed? And Creed's like, walks away.
I mean, she seemed like, as long as I asked her if I could do it, she seemed okay. Maybe she just can't talk or chooses not to.
I don't know. All I know is that she's very loyal.
She hears you just fine.
She uses this sort of bell to train the ones that she has, which honestly I think is working better. Works out. Good trainer. So, where are you headed?
Well, Mostead, I guess. At least that's the main
Yeah,
objective.
We need to get back to Mostead.
Yup.
Well, let's see. Most of trade shipments, let's see here, they leave here from the Zuri Islands and they'll ship you off to Celia.
DM reminder where Celia is next to.
It's towards the bottom. I know that. Hold on.
It's the very first town you all met.
Oh. That'd be fine, I guess. No offense, I don't plan to stay on the island with frickin' those things.
Well,
Dinosaurs.
dinosaurs, yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Short sword, lizards.
I mean, you're the one that went to a library.
Facts.
What am I going to say? I haven't been to a library in years.
He also got stuck in the children's section, so you know.
You learn a lot from the children's section.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do, creepily enough.
I'm sorry, didn't you solve that grandiose riddle that we did a while back using children's books?
Yeah, but it wasn't from a library, that was from my brother.
It's. I hate to say I'm defending Rolly, but it was a children's book.
Same. Anyways, well, sort of looks at the sky. I mean, you can take off now or you can take off later. What I do recommend is that
I feel like
travel light. You are currently in the hunter's grounds, so we're not the only hunters.
Are you going on a hunting expedition anytime soon?
We are. We do it every day. You want to go hunting?
I look at Vera and Savannah like an overjoyed kid, like, can I?
We're kind of in a rush here, Rolly, to get
yeah,
home.
like
Come
big
on,
rush.
guys. Guys, how often do you get to say you hunted a dinosaur?
I don't think anybody ever knows what a dinosaur is except for you.
Exactly!
I will say this, Vera. I kind of want to see if there's a possibility of our friends showing up tonight, so one night won't hurt us.
No, I'm definitely not going out at night, but I don't feel like wasting another day given the circumstances. She looks so Rolly.
Well, I do have a question before you guys make sort of a decision here. I want to know more about this friend.
Oh.
You know? Because if he's possibly the one who's been fucking up our shit, he's eaten half our mounts.
We
don't know. It sounds like it, but he's not that type of person, if that makes sense. He's quite nice. He just
weird.
kind of weird.
So
Yeah.
he's weird enough where it's a possibility, but he couldn't be because he would never eat him.
No, it's a possibility because the description matches what he looks like. But,
Oh, okay.
yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
if I said little creepy person, that's kind of a big spectrum.
I was
And we did know he was heading to the island, so it would make sense. But as far as like his actions, it doesn't make sense that he's stealing, from you guys. So I'm more curious if it's the case.
Yeah, I would definitely like to know, mainly because he owes us, if it's that.
Again, weird little man, but like he didn't seem like he was into that.
Okay. All right. I'll take you at face value, all right?
Again, we didn't know him for a whole lot of time, but like when we were with him, he didn't try to kill us or take our shit, if that makes you feel any better.
Are you, adventurers? Part of the king's court? And sort of looks towards you, Vera.
Oh, I have my thing on.
Oh, you have the... Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it probably
Adventurers?
shows through a little bit.
Adventurers?
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right. What's the craziest thing you killed?
Leviathan? Giant?
No.
Dragon?
We didn't kill the dragon. He's our friend.
Okay, that's true.
Okay, wait, no, never mind. That
Igor the Hungry.
Oh, I don't think they know what
I
that
don't
is.
think that
Just-
has context.
Yes.
Really?
And
A
all you need to
mutated
know
giant
is
can.
His name is Igor the Hungry.
His name was Igor the Hungry.
Aha! Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. A mutated
If it
giant
has-
that's I can idealize what that is.
He's a real ass. Was a real asshole.
You see how big I am?
Yeah, you're a big guy.
It would take me a while to climb on his back.
That's a big guy.
Yeah, he's about like 20 feet, so just about as big as a ice breath over there.
That's a big
And I
guy.
took its head off.
I don't know if you want to tell that to the people that's letting us stay with them, really.
Yeah.
Wait, why not?
That's right.
I think you're okay because you're hunters, but
We don't want to give people the experience of we're gonna kill you.
yeah.
That's always bad.
Listen. As long as you do right by us and your people, no harm will come to you. This guy, for several hundred years, trapped and enslaved people and treated them as slaves. Like, even worse than that. So yeah, he deserved to get his head cut off by me.
He can't.
That's exactly what happened.
Harrowhand leans a little to Savannah and goes, "Is he taking the piss?"
For once he's not.
No, Vera like changes her hair a little bit. Like, my
Oh shit!
family's from the Fae, so it's kind of like a.
Oh, you're one of those wild magic people.
No.
No. I'm born this way. I don't really. I didn't really like learn to do that.
I'm just fucking with you. Believe me, in high civilized life, do you think this passes by is okay?
I mean, you pass
Man, you
by.
guys are desensitized or something.
We've been through a lot,
We've
but
been
we
through a
also
lot.
kind of have the rule of what Rolly just said. You don't fuck us over or fuck people over in a bad way. We leave you alone and don't do the same to you.
And if you're great hunters, you're good in my book.
Oh, we're good ones. Yeah.
Yay!
If you're interested, we can go hunting now. We weren't able to
Yay!
complete our first. We were honestly just looking around to see if we can spot the demon. We're gonna still call it a demon for now. I don't want to say it's your friend.
Yes, you can go hunt here.
Yes!
Rolly.
And I just started running.
So we're gonna split this up a little bit. So Rolly's gonna have a little hunting adventure. Vera, Savannah, what would you guys like to do? You can accompany Rolly, or if you have something you want to do for the next few hours.
Vera hasn't gone hunt. I mean, she's trained to hunt, but she's like, I'm gonna camp out here.
I want to investigate this where the demon is stealing this stuff. I'm more curious about this.
Okay, Savannah's gonna do a bit of an investigation here. Vera, what were you doing?
Oh, I was just saying staying at the site because she doesn't feel like going hunting.
Okay, so you're just gonna stay back and
You want
I
to
mean,
come
I
with
guess
me
I
to
can
go
help.
investigate the spot?
Yeah, I can help Sav because I mean, if they were taking creatures from here, we can try and do
Alright.
something.
let's do Rolly's thing first. Rolly, you are brought along with Creed, Harrowhand, and Henry stays behind. So you're currently with them too. He literally sort of gets you on top and he's like, all right, you're going to ride with Creed, all right?
Perfect.
All right. And so she sort of jumps on, grabs a hand, like leans out a hand for you, as hoists you up, puts you on top. You see that the raptor you step on. All right. Ah! And you start to feel the motion of the raptor as it sort of is under you. You have to hold on to like an arm over Creed as well as another one on the actual reins as you're currently being led further deeper into the jungle. You get to a certain point where the smell of smoke and the small little faint, anything that would indicate of a sort of a human population starts to dwindle as you start to get further deeper into the jungle itself. You get to that point where the pace of the raptor starts to slow down. Harrowhand kind of looks around. All right, I think maybe this is a good spot to get off. Yeah, we need to go further in.
Sounds good to me.
Off the mounts, though, so perfect. Everyone off. They start to tie both raptors to a tree. All right. Have you ever gone hunting before? You're giving me a smile, and I'm not sure if that means one of two things. Please tell me it's not number 2. Okay, thank you. Anyways, perfect. So what we need to do first of all is we got to go ahead and find any indication that this is a hunting ground of a beast, droppings, scratch marks. If you have a weird scent in the air, that means it's either a pheromone or some other thing that indicates a beast. Then lay a trap, find out what kind of beast it is, leave whatever bait we need, depending on what kind of creature it is, and then we wait.
All right. I'm gonna start doing what I do.
All right. Maybe a survival check.
Ooh, that's gonna be a 16.
16. You start to scour the area. Actually, do with advantage because you have Harrowhand and Creed helping you.
16.
16. All right. Well, that's it. You start to go around, and it takes you about the better half of 20 minutes as you start to stalk around. You do notice what looks to be like claw marks on one end of a tree. Sort of an indicator that a beast was sort of like filing its nails a little bit, just sort of letting out a bit of frustration. Indicators that there is something that is bipedal but has long enough arms where like a bear a little bit. But by the sense of what you can get around from what's in this island, probably something prehistoric.
Comparison size, like, is it as big as the raptors or is it bigger, smaller?
It's as big as the raptors.
Okay, I'm gonna say, all right, guys. Claw prints here, probably about the size of your raptors. Could possibly be resharpening its claws after prey, or maybe just frustrated, taking out its anger on something.
Harrowhand sort of bats the back of your, use the back of his hand to hit your chest and goes, there you go. Yeah.
I said I did this before.
Yeah, no, I think I believe you now. That definitely looks like raptor claws. Cool. Did you find any other? Is that the only one?
Yeah, so far it's the only one.
Okay. That makes sense. Generally, these boys like to hunt in packs, but occasionally they like to split up. Whether that is any infighting happening within the pack, or either the pack didn't survive and now one is alone. That's a good sign. That means it's a little easier for us to find them because they're smart hunters. Very smart. Let's see. Well, generally, they're okay with live beasts as bait. So let's go look for deer, rabbit, something.
Now I'm gonna focus my attention to man, I forgot what her name was already. Damn.
Creed.
I'm so bad. Creed. I'm so bad at this. So Did you lose your voice? I'm just gonna ask you yes or no questions to make it easier for you. Oh, so you physically have a voice? Oh, interesting. I'm, I'm asking because I'm just curious why you don't talk. Yeah, I see that. Fair. Fair. Captain's log, day 1. She has not spoken. It seems like an uphill battle, but I will conquer this.
We cut to Savannah and Vera as you guys start to head towards Henry, who currently is sort of cleaning up a little bit of the pen where a lot of the raptors are. He kind of leans against it, seeing you two walk towards him. You guys need anything? We got water if you need to take a shitter. Take a shit. We have a shitter over there.
No, I think we're okay. So what exactly happened? The little man demon walked in, opened the pen, and just stole.
I mean, the way that Creed said it was little man demon. I thought it was demon, to be honest, but now that you start to say little man, I guess that makes a little bit more sense. So according to her, a little man demon came in and she saw this little figure jump the fence. She decided to run towards him, and one of our mounts just fell into the ground.
They fell into the ground.
And was gone.
She did say they disappeared.
Do you know where they fell into the ground?
I mean, we can take a look. Well,
should we take a look?
Well, what?
It's in the pen.
Oh.
What pen? That pen?
Yeah, with all the other raptors.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I'm willing to try, but you guys need to be careful.
Well, I can get close to it and see if I can do, because I still have it.
What are they attracted by? Is it scent, sound, sight?
Everything.
Oh, they're a scent first. Scent first, hearing, and then sight last.
We could just get to the outside of the pen, closest to the hole, and I could see if I could try locate creature. Maybe I'll find if Mostead is around.
Why don't you take us as close as you can first, and we'll figure this out.
The entrance to the gate within the sort of this pen is like southwards. He leads you up the west wall, close enough where he gets close to the actual cliff side of the wall, and sort of reaches over as he waits for a few of the other raptors to sort of walk away. He's like, "Come on, hey, whatever, go." All right. According to her, it's like right over here. Sort of just reaches over.
Yeah, I'm not sticking my hand in there.
I wouldn't.
What level is that? I think it's a 3rd.
Thomas
See
did.
what you're gonna do first. I have an idea.
Now he's only got one hand.
Oh, 1,000 feet of me. I could try and cast a spell and see if he's within 1,000 feet of us.
Wait, what is it? Wait, I mean, what are you looking for exactly?
Malsado.
Oh. Well, let's see if that works.
Do you have the spell prepared?
Yeah, I had it up for when we were trying to find Davis.
Oh, smart. Yeah.
Creature's location. As long as the creature's within 1,000 feet of you, if the creature is moving, you'll know the direction of the movement. Okay. I'll cast that then.
Okay. How long does that last?
It says concentration up to an hour.
Okay. You reach up to the sky, towards the sun, and as you bit of a sunlight washes over you, and it's not visual for Savannah or for Henry, but you can feel the sun's rays hitting through trees onto the ground in 1,000 feet radius around you, and nothing bleeps.
Not right now, but I can keep it up for an hour, and if he gets close enough, or if he starts moving, I'll be able to tell.
It's too early in the morning.
It's 12:30, man. It ain't morning no more.
It is for me. We'll cut back to Rolly as this is happening. Rolly, make me another survival check with advantage.
That's crazy. That's 2 survival checks I've made with advantage where both I've rolled I've rolled a natural 1 on both. This one I got lucky, needed the advantage. 24.
24. Yeah, you are easy. It's easy enough to find. You actually find. I'm gonna break your heart, but essentially you find a baby goat kid, sort of a young goat, and you see it like it's without its mother. You can hear it going off in the distance. You sneak behind and you see it on a rock, just staring off in the distance.
I see. Goat.
You see Creed immediately go into her pack, unsnap it, and you see a large net. And so she gives you one end of the net. She carries the other. All right. Roll me a d20. So basically, roll with advantage. It's going to be your dexterity modifier and proficiency bonus.
Dexterity and proficiency. That'd be a +6, so that's gonna be a 25 on that one.
Not bad.
Oh, and that 20.
Nat
Hey,
20.
the other end of the die. Hey, hello there.
You, with her helping, the net takes to the sky, and literally, like the back end of it, because it's weighted, scoops underneath the kid's legs, and it slowly starts to wrap itself as it's currently trapped within the net.
And I say, I know what you're doing with this, but I have an idea. Instead of the kid, why don't we find the mother? That would bring us bigger prey.
Harrowhand currently is like still tracking the area where you saw the track, so it's just you and Creed right now. Yeah, you can search around for the mother. Roll me another survival check. Or is there anything in particular you're doing with a kid that might make this easier for you?
I don't know if there's anything I could do. I mean, I could coax it into making more noise, but
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, you can make yourself known and kind of scare it a bit.
So I'll see if I can make the kid make more noise. That'll maybe the mother will come.
It's gonna lower the DC. So what's gonna happen is, Rolly, you're going to step out of the hiding spot that you have. The little baby goat sees you, freaks the fuck out, and starts to scream for its mother.
Good. So that'll be a survival check, you said, right?
Yes.
That'll be 23.
23. It starts to scream and scream and scream, and not too long where you feel something tugging at your shirt. Do you see Creed, who's like, and pulls you back into a hiding spot, as you see off in the distance, as a larger goat, sort of it's not the mother, it's like actually the father, where it has like these large horns, starts to jump from rock place to rock place within this jungle, landing, and actually goes towards the rope. And it doesn't like touch the rope, it's sort of like sniffing the air around, and like is looking at its child, kind of confused of what it's wrapped itself into. Like any animal would, it's like cautious, and that cautiousness starts to diminish a little bit slowly.
How big are its horns?
Oh, we're talking full on like Animal Planet adult horns. Like these are things that are like an arm's length.
I read something else in a book. That people of ancient times would cut off the horns from goats and make them into drinking ware. And
Oh, okay.
the thought of this really elicits something in Rolly. Like, okay, all right, we're doing this. Okay, so I whisper into Creed's ear and I say, "Do you have a spear or anything I can throw?"
She reaches into her pack, slowly starts to bring it out, and a little collapsible sphere. It's not very sturdy, so it doesn't do as much damage, but it is something like you can throw from a distance.
So, what do I have? I don't think I have anything anymore. Yeah, I don't have any javelins anymore. Damn.
Remember when you threw them in the very first episode?
Yeah, I know, but like I hardly ever use them. Okay, so I think I'm gonna ask her, are you good with throwing spears? Okay. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go around, we're gonna ambush it. I go around, wait for my signal, throw your spear, I charge in and attack.
She gets ready.
Okay.
And she goes,
So I go around, and I put myself in position. I prepare my weapon,
okay.
and I'm ready to charge. And with one hand, my held action will be that when she tosses a spear, I run.
All right, perfect. That was a good held action. That's the good signal. She releases the spear. I'm going to go and roll for this because you are fighting a giant
Goat.
Goat.
So this will be considered a surprise round in this moment. She does hit. That's a pretty good. She rolled a nat 16. Okay. Currently pulling up the stats for a giant goat. Whoa, that's their that's their hit points, not their AC. Yeah, that'll hit.
I was gonna say, I think they're pretty sturdy.
You see these small, thin javelin hit the side of the goat. Sort of it growls off to the side. It sort of like stands over its child, sort of looking around to see where that came from. You have your held action. What do you do?
I charge in. I don't know how far I am away from it.
Enough where you can get an action.
All right, well I charge in and I attack it.
Okay.
If this adds anything, I'm attempting to cleave its head off.
Okay.
This kid's gonna have Bambi PTSD.
That poor baby goat.
Amen. Survival.
No, you just want drinking wear.
Yeah. That's
No.
not really survival.
No. That is meat for bigger prey. And drinker for Rolly.
I'm killing
right.
two birds with one stone. Technically, I'm killing
Exactly.
one father with.
Right? I'm gonna take it to its mom, or we're gonna try to find its mom. But drinking ware for Rolly. Actually, before I attack, can I bonus action?
Yes, you can.
Rage.
All right, raging.
All right. Run in and attack. That is going to be a 28 to hit.
That hits.
And I did not think we were gonna do combat this session, so I did not have my dice prepared. But you know, subverting expectations.
You know, sometimes the story just takes you there.
Yeah, subverting expectation. All right. Oh yeah. Oh, this is gonna hurt. So that is gonna be 18. That'll be 19 points of damage.
So, the giant goat already took some points of damage because of the spear. In total, if you were to look it up, a giant goat has 19 points of damage, or hit points. So you, without a care in the world, leap from your hidden position, rage midair, bring out. It's almost like a slow mo, you know, like an action movie where you bring out your weapon and so the head lands off to the side as the growling from it ceases within the moment, and the cries from the kid continues on and on and on.
After I go to its head, I grab it and I put it in my pack. Will it fit in my pack?
No, you're gonna have to carry the sucker.
I'm carrying. Well, actually, how big is it? Like, give me a approximation.
I think a good example is imagine a real life horse's head, but with like these sort of not antlers, but like horns that curl around that give it about 20 extra pounds.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna use my axe to cut off its horns.
Okay.
And I'm
Bless
gonna
you,
take said
I
horns
think.
and put them into my
Thank you.
pack.
Roll me an athletics check to see if you can do this without damaging the horns.
Okay. Uh, 16 plus 9, 25?
Yeah, you're able
Okay.
to actually get the edge of your axe and you sort of set it on the floor and you use your feet to like kick down till you start to hear and the horn falls aside and you do it to the other side. The entire time the kid is crying. You monster.
Then,
Doing
I
it right
will
in front of it
use
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I will use the. I'll use actually I'd say take the horns, put them in my pack, put the head next to the body, and then I go up to Creed and I say, hey, idea. What if we lured a dinosaur here? That's what we're trying to hunt, right? Oh, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to use your words. I don't understand. You're gonna have to use your words. I don't understand. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to use your words. I'm sorry. I don't understand. How many times are you gonna make me say this? Are we hunting beasts or not? Dinosaurs. Yes. Yes. So we lure it here. Prey. Noise. And then I'm gonna kind of go to my axe, and then I'm gonna like, just kind of like rub over the blade and say, desire, hunt. It's a good plan, right? All right, you're gonna have to talk. I don't understand what you're saying. I hope this entire trip is not gonna be this. I don't get what you're saying.
She's not gonna talk to you.
You know, it's gonna be really hard to hunt a dinosaur if we're not communicating. Don't understand what that means.
Yes, you do. Vera and Savannah tell you to shut up all the time.
Wait, do you hear that?
God.
Birds.
We're gonna
How was
let's cut back to Vera and Savannah. So yeah, you've cast a spell, Vera.
Hmm.
And
That travels with you, right, Vera? Like if you move, it moves.
I don't know if it moves with
it
me.
does.
It does?
From your 1,000 feet from you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we walk the parameter of the encampment
It'll last for an
just
hour.
to see if we can get something to ping?
And it'll ping if he moves.
Roll me Roll me a perception check.
That's you.
Me?
That is going to be 25.
25.
I'm glad she rolled high. I rolled natural 1.
Well, good.
Thank you. Even with my mod, that's still a 9.
Vera, you're currently relying on your spell to
Yeah.
perceive around you. And unfortunately, due to that, your mind can only go past within that 1,000-foot radius, and you're only looking for a blip. You're not looking for things. You're just
Yeah.
concentrating on your spell as it goes off. Savannah, you take it upon yourself to actually physically look further into the camp to find any other clues that could attest to the identity of what was stealing these mounts. And you notice something odd about the cliffside that sort of overlooks a lot of these raptors. Using your climbing speed, able to get up there quickly, and you do see what looks like to be it looks like some sort of cloth that's sort of just been wafting, like it's like attached to the cliffside, and you get on top of it and you're able to reach down and pull it off.
I'm gonna use my mage hand to try to grab the cloth.
Perfect. The mage hand grabs it, comes back, and it's like a dirty brown leathers. And when I say dirty, I mean even smells a little dirty too.
Interesting. And you said it goes down to like because I climbed up to the cliffside, and you're saying it goes into like a down.
So imagine the cliffside, almost like a U, and the encampment is on the bottom.
Okay, but I can't see the encampment from where I am, correct?
So you can. So what you ended up doing is that you ended up climbing the encampment onto the cliff. So you're overlooking the entire camp,
okay.
And the little piece of cloth was right underneath the cliffside, overlooking the raptor pen.
Got it.
So you're looking down at Vera and the rest of the raptors, as some of them have looked up at you, just sort of curious of what you are doing.
Like, no, you can stay down there. What about behind me on the cliffside? Like, is it just vast darkness, or?
It's continued jungle. But roll me an investigation check.
18.
18. You start. I would have asked for investigation or survival, so I'll make sure that the 18 sticks. You find. It looks like one set of footprints. Small, like a small figure in nature. There seems to be like a collection of trash in this area, like further within the jungle. Like someone was living just outside of the encampment, out of sight. Yeah, no, that's what you see.
I'm gonna kind of follow the tracks and see if I can figure out where they were staying. I don't want it to go too deep, but like I'll go in until we'll say like 10 feet before I'm like, okay, that's probably too far deep.
Yeah. You go about 10 feet, and you get a sense. You sort of look around, and I'll keep your 18th investigation roll. You get a sense that whoever was keeping an eye out on these hunters, or was keeping an area around these hunters, definitely was sleeping in the trees. But you don't see anyone there right now. You can see the remnants of cloth. Someone was wrapping themselves up, but no one's there.
Alright, I'm gonna head back down to Henry and Vera.
So anyways, I was telling them that if they really, really wanted to, like, you know,
So
build a
you guys
hole...
were being watched.
Lovely.
Wait, us?
Why?
So someone was camping up there, and I kind of just hand him the piece of old leather. They're not there now, but they definitely had a bird's eye view of the entire place.
I mean, I wouldn't want to do it with just us, but can't your creatures smell things? And what if you have them smell that leather and sniff them out?
That's a good idea. I might want to wait for the boss to get back, though.
Wait for
Yeah.
the group, but...
But I mean, fair if your spell's still up. Do you want to go up there and see if we get anything?
It's in within 1,000 feet. It's not necessarily like I gotta climb a tree. Distance is still distance.
Anything else you'd like to try here at the camp?
If we're gonna wait for the boss to get back, then I don't think there's much else we can do.
Okay.
I could try something. He may not like it.
What's that?
I could just send him a message in his head.
Honestly, I don't know why we didn't do that the first time. I was thinking that, but I'm like, maybe I'm missing something.
Well, I was thinking it, but then when they told us about the whole raptor situation, I thought he might be a little, you know.
What does that have to do with the raptors?
Because he doesn't going after big things. The dude literally fed the bag his fingers. Like, he wasn't going after people. Or...
Yeah, but I kept thinking he might be feeding the raptors to the bag, which... That's the only thing that makes sense. That could have made sense, but honestly, we could try that.
That, and I kind of wonder where his friend went. What'd he do with her?
Message him. Let's just get it out the way.
Man.
Okay.
Just send a message.
I'm actually kind of surprised you haven't sent messages to other people.
You know, impending doom and whatnot distracts you. Anyway. She's gonna send a message to Malsado.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on. Do we want to tell him we're here? Or what do we want to tell him? We leave that part out?
I actually look at Henry, I'm all like, can we tell him where we are?
No, I just mean the island in general. I don't mean
No, tell him
like...
we're on the Azuri Islands. It
Okay.
might give him more wheelings to get out. So
I'm sorry, you're gonna send a what to what?
You know how I talked in Creed's head?
Yes.
I'm gonna do that
Something
again,
like
but
that.
out loud.
But is your friend the one who did this?
I don't know. That's
We
why I
don't
want to
know.
know. I'm gonna ask. Well,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
not
kind of
gonna
in trouble
ask.
if he did do it.
I'm not gonna ask if he killed your things. I'm just gonna ask if
I
he's
think you should.
if he's here.
we need to find out if he's here, and then we can figure out if he has anything to do with this.
Okay.
Because if he's not here, then it's some other creepy dude that's been doing this, and I don't want to be talking in his head.
Well, that makes sense.
So-
Okay. No, I got you.
Okay. We're on the Zuri Islands. Have you arrived here? And if so, where?
Is what's her name with him?
Oh yeah, what was her name?
Abigail.
Is Abigail with you?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Takes a moment until finally. How am I gonna do a Nick voice? It's always interesting when you have to do a voice from a PC.
I mean, he was a little creepy dude. Just be a little creepy dude.
Like creepy goblin like dude.
No, he used Nick's voice. He goes,
Hello.
yeah, essentially goes, hello. Oh, you're here. Then that's good. The bag has brought us back together. I am still here on the Zuri Islands. Abigail's gone. The
You
bag
see-
called for her.
You're seeing like Vera's facial like expression like change. Like, uh-oh.
That's a face.
Let's just say we're accurate with our guess.
So he's here. Okay.
By himself, quote unquote. And she looks at Henry and she looks at Savannah. The bag called for her.
The fuck
I'm
does that
fighting
mean?
to make a facial expression.
I'm gonna roll an
Remember-
insight check for Henry at this point.
We did say he was weird, and quite frankly, I don't fully understand the spectrum of his weirdness. I understand it a little bit, but even when he told me, it was a little odd.
Just find out where he is. We'll deal with the bag aspect later.
I did ask him where he was. He didn't answer. He just said, "Oh, good, you're here."
Oh, good, you're here. Did you actually say the bag brings it back together to us?
Oh no!
Did you
I'll,
say-
I'll
okay, never
relay that
mind.
information.
No, because I'm saying, I'm like, all that together feels creepy.
I mean, we've been saying the guy's creepy for a while.
So you have a creepy friend then?
He's not really a friend.
I think he's done it then.
It's more of like an acquaintance that we happen to run into.
It's a complicated situation. He was nice when we met him. He just had an odd circumstance about him. The odd circumstance is kind of why he's here. He's odd, but he's not, I'm gonna steal your animals odd. He's just odd. But now this sounds weird.
Can you ask him if he's eaten took our mounts?
They're asking me took the mounts. I don't know what else to do.
Man, I'm running out of spell slots. Alright.
Oh.
Better be taking a rest after this.
I mean, I'm assuming we are once Rolly gets back.
I'm not waiting that late. I'm just gonna go take a 4-hour rest.
You could have said no. You don't have to send this message.
No, she's gonna do her mom voice over there because she knows the when her mom's mad.
Okay.
Say, Melsato, did you eat somebody's creatures or did the bag eat somebody's creatures from a pen? And where are you now?
That it?
Yeah.
That is seriously a monotone of ending with the "Where are you now?"
You get a response back. I did what the bag asked. And the bag hungered for their mounts. I'm currently running away with a friend, Daniel Brown. I'll head to that camp. I know where you are. This is a joyous occasion.
Oh no. I look at Henry. How do I put this?
And we switch over to Rolly. After some back and forth, Rolly, finally something clicks where you get an idea of what the idea that she's trying to display, at least from Creed's side, is that we're bringing the prey to where the predator is hunting. So not at this area. So she starts to grab some of the meat and starts to bring over, sort of having you walk and carry what's left, and bringing it back to a Harrow Hand, where he's currently studying the scratch marks, and you can see him like sort of muttering to himself. He's like, adolescent, looks alone. It's good. It's good. Easy trainable age. Oh, you guys are back. Did you bring anything?
Yeah. So how is it exactly you communicate with Creed and communicate effectively? Because she thought what I said was that she should take the meat and bring it to the predator, when what I said was we should bring the predator and lure it to the meat.
Creed takes commands. You don't ask. Did you ask?
I did not understand I can't say I didn't understand the words she was saying, given that she wasn't saying words.
All right. Well, you fucked up. Anyways,
See,
no.
Creed, this is why we talk.
Harrowhand kind of just sort of shakes his head and he's like, it doesn't matter. Wait, what do you mean? If the hunter does not hunt in their area, they're not going to go to the prey.
Unless they're hungry. And they smell meat.
True, but you could... You're not wrong. You're not 100% wrong.
Listen. The prey I've hunted,
You're like
aren't that
40%
smart.
wrong.
They're not that smart. You just give them nice, delectable food, and they come like flies.
Yeah,
well, the flies also come,
but these are smart beasts. They know their territory. They know what can happen to them if they exit out of that territory.
Oh, this is even more fascinating now.
Yeah. You got to be careful with these smarter ones.
Come on, Creed, you couldn't have told me this?
She waits
Come
for
on,
you to.
Creed, I thought we were friends.
She waits for you to turn around. And you feel a rock.
Really, Creed, was that necessary? We're amongst friends here. I don't understand what you're saying.
She gets like her hands up. She's like,
Are you?
I know
are you
he's seen that
hungry?
one before.
Oh no, Rolly knows full and well what she's saying. But that's just a.
"All
meta
right,
play.
you two, shut up. I need everyone to start hiding." Because and you start to see him start to pull some of the like the trees and vines together, making what looks to be like a trap, sort of a trap. He starts to put some of the meat down. Now, generally, these creatures like to hunt. It would have been better if you brought me something alive, but
Well, we did have something alive.
do you want to bring it?
Yeah.
Go get it.
Okay, I go get it.
You can hear muttering and talking about you behind your back as you run off. Come back, and you're currently holding, still in the net, sort of the small kicks of the kid. Oh, that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, the little ones don't like to shut up, so that's perfect.
Hey, and I got drinking horns out of it.
Oh, that's a smart... Hey, that's actually a really smart idea. Creed, write down that we need to get some drinking horns.
Oh, I got you one.
Oh, perfect. Hey, I like this guy. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'd give one to Creed, but she just wouldn't say thank you, and that I wouldn't appreciate that. I went through a lot of effort to get these.
You see just Creed just like staring daggers at you.
Come on, Creed, lighten up. I'm just messing with you.
See, she reaches for a belt, and she starts to pull something out, and immediately Harrowhand's like... She puts it back. Lighten up.
Creed,
Lighten up.
Creed would not advise you just, shedding clothes here. This is not the best place to do that.
Oh, don't blame me if you find her with a knife across your throat.
It wouldn't be the first time.
I mean, you fought a Leviathan, apparently. And...
Oh, and did we tell you about that beast? And I start to kind of vaguely describe that one, thing we fought. It wasn't in the ocean, was it? That, one of the
In the
experiments.
cave.
Oh,
Which one?
yeah, but we did do one on the ocean.
I think we did
Yeah,
two
but that
in the
was
ocean, but they were in the caves.
You fought the jellyfish, you fought the octopus shark, and you fought the basically like the skeletal
Deer
doe
thing.
deer, yeah, the fawn.
Okay, not the fawn. I think it was the octopus shark then.
Yeah,
I think it was that one. It was like, yeah, octopus shark.
that's not a thing.
Oh, it is.
No,
it's a thing.
that's not a thing.
I promise you, it's a thing. There's a story behind it, actually.
Okay, well, let's finish those cups. After we capture this guy, we'll have a discussion.
Oh, absolutely.
Roll me one more survival check, as we're going to see if you can get to capture a raptor. It's going to be a high DC.
That is going to be... Well, it's a good thing I rolled high. 17 plus 8.
Not bad.
I can't math, it's too early.
Is that 25?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
We'll go with that.
Perfect.
Hold on. All trust. Yeah, it is 25. You're right.
All three of you hide out and spend the next hour waiting. The sun right now slowly becoming afternoon, shades of orange, and you can hear the familiar growls of a raptor. So it's essentially the same mounts that you guys are riding, as it currently and starts to sees the kid and brings up its hands a little bit, almost starts to investigate why it's all tied up. And I'm gonna roll just to see if it spots you. Ooh. It shifts its eyes around, deciding it can't see anyone, and pounces onto the kid, onto the baby goat and starts to rip it apart. You see bits of chunks and gore start to be released as it chomps down, breaking its neck, and then moving its attention towards the large slab of meat from the parent. What are you doing to... Are you going to let Creed and Harrowhand to take over, or are you going to want to try to get in this?
I defer to the people in charge.
Harrowhand brings out what looks to be a circular metal rod, or not metal rod, like a circular like metal like collar, and it's attached to like a little like loop with a pole, and he's like, 1, 2. They both jump. Immediately, Creed brings out another rope, net rope, and throws it over. The creature looks back, screams out, and as it starts to try to run, Harrowhand latches onto its large leg, brings it up, and slams the pole into the ground and keeps it stable. As now the raptor's like one leg off and is trying to get balance. Unfortunately, it is stuck in its place. Creed grabs another one, grabs it onto its other leg, and now it's currently thrashing about. But since it is currently stabilized onto the ground, it can't get any movement. And Creed kind of like starts to scream out orders. Grab the other one! Grab the other one! Grabs a large collar and gives it to you, Rolly, and goes, slap it on its neck! Hold it steady!
I use my hand to push its head against the ground, and I slap.
You slap the neck, and you could the collar actually almost as mechanical, where it starts to tighten a little bit, and immediately the creature is just sort of immobilized and can't move. Oh, right, that could have gone way worse. Let's be honest. It could have eaten one of us. Could have saw us. Didn't. Perfect. Hey, good job, everyone. Rolly, hey, you did pretty good. Not bad. And it takes several hours for this process to stand it up, keep it at equal distance from everyone. So essentially everyone has like a collared brace on it, and each one of you have it against on like a 5-foot pole, keeping it at bay and keeping it in the middle as you start to walk it towards camp. And while this is happening, sun starts to set, and Vera and Savannah, you start to see Rolly with Creed and Harrowhand currently holding a wild raptor, something brand new. Harrowhand goes, Henry, go help. Put that one into the cage. Keep it there for a few days. Feed it on the regular. Make sure it trusts us. Don't worry, it'll calm down. Harrowhand, all right, boss. Gets up, runs off.
Vera just waits for him to leave. So that moron thinks it's a good idea to come back to the scene of the crime because he's quote-unquote happy to see us.
Wait, what?
Yes! He's on his way. He's like, I know where you are. I'll be there right now. And this is not the time for him to come here right now.
How do we explain, like...
We can't explain that bag. Even when he explained it to us, we were just dumbfounded and kind of went along.
How are we gonna explain it? Like, yes, our friend, he did come visit us. He's the one that took your, raptors, whatever they're called.
I don't know what he's into now. He might have killed that lady.
Wait. I'm almost certain he fed it to the bag.
That doesn't make it any better, Savannah.
I'm just saying.
I don't know what kind of shit he's into. Okay, the shit he was into when we knew him months ago was mild at best. Thus far, he's killed people's mounts. A whole fucking dinosaur fits in the bag now? A person fits in the bag now? What is he doing?
Rolly, you can meet up with your rest of your party.
Sorry.
Hey y'all, what's going on?
We need to talk to you for a moment, quickly.
Let's take a walk. We'll go get clean. We'll get you cleaned up because I'm assuming there's goat blood on him.
Essentially, yeah, fresh blood.
Take Savannah's stone.
Yeah, here.
Oh, that's right, we have that. Hey.
Besides, I don't think
clean.
smelling like blood is a good thing around here.
Harrowhand looks back, goes, "Hey, Don't travel too far. We have traps.
We're not going to. It's just gonna be like around where we already went.
Okay, there's
You know what? Oh,
there's
no, go ahead.
there's red twigs that mark the edge of the safe spaces. If you go past that,
Okay,
we're no longer responsible.
don't go past the red twigs.
Got
Got
it.
it. You know what? As a security check, real fast, I call Felix. I'm like, Felix, can you just do a quick brush for traps so we know?
Yeah, of course. As his tendrils start to escape through the floor and come back. There are dozens of traps nearby. And you instantly start to get pinged of each one around, and they all start to glow sort of this soft yellow in your eyes. There are rope traps, pit traps, spring traps. There are looks like to be like multi-tiered layered like pressure traps. There are essentially, this is a round like encampment. It's difficult to get in unless you know where to step.
Now I'm more curious of how Mostead even got through this place. This place is, when they said it was covered with traps, they're not kidding.
Again, person and bag. We got a problem. So
Oh, probably we might. So it sounds like it is Masato who stole the creatures,
Oh, fun.
and he's on his way here.
with a friend, and he
With
also
a friend.
fed his last friend to the bag. So he's upgraded.
Fun. Fun.
Yeah, he also, well, you know how Mostead is. He doesn't understand. He's like a child. He doesn't understand that actions have repercussions. He just thinks he does what the bag tells him to, and it's fine, which is not fine.
We're going back to possess.
He thinks it's
Devotion.
a good thing to come here right now, given what he just did.
I mean, are we really gonna stop him?
No, we're not going to stop him, but I don't know if I want to, like,
Define
necessarily
stop him.
defend him, given that he fed a person to a bag.
I mean, well.
This is one of those cases of this isn't good. We also don't have time for this.
The only thing, and this is going to sound like crazy, given, well, you know, it might sound mild given all the shit we've gone through. What if he could tell us why that bag wanted that gem? Because we don't really understand why he wanted it. And if it's linked to crazy you-know-who.
It has to be linked to crazy you-know-who, but
I just find it interesting that she forsaked entity's help or whatever, and then went, you know, batshit. That's just a guess of how that order went.
so let
And-
me make sure I understand this train of thought. We want him to come to the scene of the crime where we hope the hunters won't hurt him, so we can go have a conversation
No,
with either
I told you
him
this was
or
a
the bag.
Stupid idea. I said that's the only thing we could probably get out of it.
Unfortunately, that's the only thing that kind of makes sense.
They don't necessarily know it's Mostead.
Yeah, but I have a feeling if we tell him that we don't tell them in Masato, and they're gonna be like, "Who's that? Is he the guy who do it?" He'll say, "Yes, I'm the guy who did it."
Yeah, he just, like I said, he's like a child. He doesn't fully think what he does has repercussions until somebody kind of explains it, and even then he's very much what the bag said.
The only thing I could think of is we meet him where he was camping. That way, they don't see him come.
Maybe. But I mean, we did tell, she points at Henry, where he was.
You look over to Henry, and he's currently talking to Harrowhand.
And he looks like he's
Yeah.
opening his big mouth.
Ugh.
Well, maybe if we just make an alliance with these guys and just tell them, like, we could trap him, I don't know, or at least interrogate him before they try and off him.
You think they'll trust us enough to let us have him by himself?
I don't know. I think that's the only middle without them just killing him on the spot. And plus, he's got another person with him. I don't think they're gonna trust him worth a damn if he already did all that, and then he's bringing a friend, quote unquote.
I don't even trust the friend, especially under current circumstances.
To be honest, I don't know who's in more danger given that he fed the last friend to the bag. Yeah, now I don't know if I like him because I don't want him to be like, the bag hungers for you, and I'm gonna be like, fuck that.
You mean you just now had that fear?
I don't know. He said joyous. Joyous to that little man just seems like a lot. I don't like it. But I think we're gonna have to figure out.
Arhan kind of makes his way to you guys. Hi. So, what are we talking about? You guys all right?
Yeah.
How much did Henry tell you?
He said that you have a friend who's here. But you don't know if it's our friend.
So our friend is on the island. He's coming this way.
He knows where we camp.
Yeah.
And she looks at Seth because
I don't know what else to say, too.
Listen.
It sounds like there's a high probability he's connected to what happened. We don't know exactly if it was him, if that makes sense. But
Okay. Well,
Vera's like, you damn well know we know it's him.
no, we know it's the bag wants people to pray. I'm not. This is me talking to Amber, not Sam talking to Vera. we know it was the bag. We don't know exactly how that all fits into everything. So shush.
roll me a deception check.
I'm like, Henry was standing the fuck right there. Like,
+3, that's gonna be 17.
17.
I'm trying to walk around that whole fact of, he's related, but...
We lost about 6 mounts.
oh shit.
Oh, wow.
So, if it is your friend, my assumption was that either it was a beast that was hunting them, because honestly, how can one person store... Like, where would he put 6 mounds? Right? So, it made no sense to me, but if it's your friend doing it, maybe he's working with someone?
That's a way of putting it.
a way of putting it.
Why? What would you put it?
No, that's actually exactly right. He's working for someone. Which is why we need to talk to him. But I have a request.
Okay.
Maybe you
When he
don't
gets here,
take his
can you
head
give us some space?
Okay.
We'll get you answer. We're just requesting space.
He's very much
Childlike.
yeah, he doesn't think okay, if he thinks somebody tells him something that he trusts, we'll use that example. He just thinks it's the right thing to do and doesn't really question it. Like, again, he's a little and that doesn't always get him into the best of situations. If that makes sense.
You're certainly talking a lot of doublespeak right now.
Oh no, he very much thinks like if somebody important tells him to do something, he just does it. He doesn't really think about it. He just does.
It's just like he won't feel. He doesn't sometimes think of the whole complications of the complications. Not the right word. The whole of the situation, which is why we're asking. Can you give us some space with him, just for us to kind of figure out what's going on?
Tell you what.
I think what my friends are trying to say is the guy's too stupid to comprehend the bigger picture.
I don't know.
I
He's
think I
smart in his
understand
own
that.
weird way. It's just he's just odd. Okay.
How about this? If he shows up, we will not harm him, but you allow us to actually capture him.
I think that was gonna be the middle ground.
I don't think we have a choice in that matter.
We can have it all. We can have one big discussion.
Beware the bag.
Yeah, there's okay.
It hunger.
I'm just gonna.
No. Okay.
You don't want to get close to him. He carries.
Actually, I don't. I will let you guys question him, but we have to get to him first. Right now, he's coming under friendly circumstances.
Again, dense.
Dense. He's the only reason he's coming. He knows we're here, and he thinks it's a good occasion.
Roll me
So let him come, let
me,
us talk to him, and then you can talk to him.
roll me a persuasion check.
Please be good, please be good. That's not good. That is a 10.
Listen, you guys have been very upfront with us, but this is our camp. And he is stolen from us. I don't know how, but if this truly is the guy, we want to keep him under control. So my offer to you all is that he comes in, you lead him into the camp, and we all have one big nice discussion.
That's fine. Don't get near his bag.
Traps.
We will remove some of the traps for a good walkway.
Sounds good.
Or the jug.
Huh?
Don't get near the bag or the jug.
It hungers.
Anything else you'd like to add?
It hungers.
He might have a friend.
Yeah, we don't know
the
much
friend.
about the friend. So
Okay.
He's picked up a friend.
Maybe that'll tell us more.
Maybe, but I don't know that one, to be fair.
Where would he find a friend? The only people here that live are the hunters and the Stonehands.
I mean, from what he told us, he was coming here to find the friend. It's not like he found the friend.
Okay.
I'm actually, you know what? I'll just throw it out there. Does Daniel Brew mean anything to you?
Sadly, no.
Didn't I have no idea. But that's his name.
You guys, I'll say, as sort of this, we'll start to pack up here. Let's see here. Oh, I think Foundry just froze on me.
Yeah, it said something about the server.
Oh, okay.
I got that message a couple minutes ago.
Weird. All right. Anyways, so you guys start to get ready for a night's rest, or at least not a night's rest, but essentially like waiting during the night. Because I doubt that any of you are resting at this point, just waiting for any sign of Mostead. You start to see some of Harrowhand's crew start to dismantle and remove some of the triggers from some of the traps in the space, kind of like going southwards towards sort of the dirt road. Time starts to pass. Night starts to come. It's kind of an awkward silence where you start to see Harrowhand's crew. You know, they like you guys, but the fact that you're connected to someone who took half of their mounds definitely puts them a little off. And you get it's one of those things where like you have now a small encampment and they have an encampment, and it's like you guys are separated right now, and the friendliness that was built up is shaken a little bit. Not fully gone, but definitely of like, who are these guys? Sort of like a discussion of, you know, who you carry with. And not too long, where it's about, I want to say about maybe like 9-10 p.m. That you start to see a small figure coming from the south through the thick canopies of trees. And what looks like to be a human male who follows along behind the ever familiar form of Mostead. And that's what we're going to call it a game.
It hungers.
I will also mention that Mostead is currently carrying both the bag and the jug.
That's what Creed said she's seen.
And that's what we're going to call it a game, guys. I think it's no clue that we'll be joined by Nick, the actual player for Mostead, on June 4th when we are live again. So really excited to see how this plays out. Yeah, there was plenty of moments here, but we'll see what happens. So thanks for joining us, everyone. He hungers. And we'll check you guys
June 4th.
June 4th.
June 4th.
Bye.
It hungers.